Today we're making quick and easy salt and pepper chili prawns, the kind you see on the menu at Chinese restaurants and takeaways. They're crispy, spicy, garlicky and absolutely packed with flavour, and the best part is they're ready in no time and at a fraction of the cost you're going to pay from your local takeaway. I hope you're all well. I'm Shane. Welcome back to It's Cooking Good. This really is a simple recipe and it's going to be a really quick one. When we go to a Chinese takeaway or restaurant, one of the staples that we always order is the salt and pepper chili prawns. But they are so expensive. They come in at about £9.50 at our local takeaway and you only get 5 prawns. So given that it's so easy to make, I'm going to show you how you can do it at home at a fraction of the cost. This comes in at about £2.50 per portion. That's for 5 prawns. So here I've got some lovely frozen prawns. They were frozen, I've defrosted them. They're peeled, they've already been deveined. Thank you to Ron Fowler and Son here in Bookham, local fishmonger. If you're local, make sure you pay him a visit. And I'm gonna be using 10 prawns today because we're hungry. You're gonna need some corn flour, enough really just to coat those prawns. And to that corn flour, of course, we're gonna need some salt and pepper. So plenty of salt and pepper in here. After all, they are salt and pepper chili prawns. And the pepper, oh, my hob's making funny noises at me. It wants me to start cooking. We'll get that on in a second. So plenty of pepper in there. And then I like to add some Chinese 5 spice. If you're not familiar with this, you can buy it at any supermarket. It's sort of cloves, star anise, some other goodies in there. And it really does add that lovely oriental flavour. I'm going to use a little bit. I don't want too much because we're going to add some to the final dish. And just give that a good little mix around, and all you want to do is plonk your prawns in there. This is what's going to give them that lovely crispy coating. Give them all a really good mix in that corn flour. You'll probably have some left, but better to go heavy on the corn flour than not have enough, and I'm getting it everywhere. Let's turn this back on. In the pan here, I've got 1 centimetre of vegetable oil. So depending on how many you're cooking and the size of pan you are using, just fill the base, and you want enough to shallow fry them effectively. So make sure all of that corn flour is nicely pushed in, adhering to those prawns, and they look good to me. And you're going to end up with prawns that look a little bit like that. So we're just going to let our oil come up to temperature, and then we can start to drop these in one by one and get them cooking. Oil is now heated through, it's nice and hot. I'm just going to drop in a little bit of that corn flour. Yeah, that's perfect. So let's start lowering our prawns in. Lay them in gently, one by one. Oh, listen to that sizzle. Corn flour just does something amazing to these. It just goes so crispy. I'm not sure I'll be able to fit them all in. Let's hope so. One more, should be able to pop her in there. That's it. And we're going to cook those for about a minute each side. That's had its minute. Let's flip those over. Lovely, look at those. Nice and crispy. And I can see, as I'm turning them over, there for example, I can see that the prawns are nice and pink now. Get that one? Pretty little fella. And then give that another minute on that side. Okay, they've had their second minute. So let's, actually, do you know what? I'm going to fish it out. I've got here a slotted spoon. Let's get those prawns out. I'm just going to put them into this little bowl here, which I've heated so it's nice and warm. It'll keep those prawns warm till we're ready for them. Just let any of that excess oil drain off in there. That's it. Perfect. Hopefully you can hear that. Nice and crispy, which is exactly what we want. We now need to get rid of most of this oil because we don't need it. So just be careful with this bit. I'm draining it off here into a heat-proof Pyrex, and you want to keep a little bit. So I'm tipping it all out, only because I don't want that corn flour. That corn flour is going to sink to the bottom, and I'm just going to reuse a little bit of that oil, not too much. Let's get that out of our way. We don't need accidents. And then to that pan, we're going to add 1 red chilli, which I've sliced. I've got here 2 cloves of garlic, which I've also sliced, and 3 spring onions, which again I've just sliced. And you just want to give those a little cook around. That's it. Just to cook off the rawness. That looks pretty good. To that, a little bit of our Chinese 5 spice. So you just want a couple of little glugs of it. You don't want too much of that stuff. It does sort of make you pucker your lips a little bit. Get that mixed in. Just cook that spice out for a second or so. And then back in with your king prawns. And give those all a good toss around in those onions and chilli and garlic. Oh, wow. Oh, the smell is amazing. And that is us done. That's how quick and easy that is. So let's turn off this hob. I've got here a little dish. Let's move this over actually. Bring that in. Get your prawns to a nice little plate here. And pile them up. The more, the merrier for me. Oh. That's it. If I can fit them all on. Yeah, there we go. And then with your extra gubbins, just get that all over the top. They're the bits I like, that chilli. Oh. That's it. And then I like to just finish it off with a little bit of chopped coriander. And that's all there is to it. My salt and pepper, garlic, chili prawns. They smell and look amazing. Let's give one a go. And yes, I am using a fork. I can't use chopsticks for love nor money. Everyone takes the mick out of me for it. Look at that lovely prawn. Some nice bit of chili on there. Put some sweet chili sauce there. I don't really need it. I'm going to eat it as is, au naturel. They're crispy, a little bit of heat there, not too much. Remember, the only chili really is for decorative purposes on the top. Taste that 5 spice. They're exactly, if not better, as I get from the takeaway. And as I said before, a lot cheaper. This is definitely one to give a go, guys. If you like this sort of food, this one is sure to delight and will definitely tantalize your taste buds. I promise you that. That's it from me for today. If you like your Asian style food and stuff, check out my playlist of Asian food. There is a recipe coming on Friday, which would complement this perfectly if you were serving this as a starter. I'm going to be doing a main on Friday, which is my Vietnamese lemongrass chili chicken, and that's served with a jasmine rice. So make sure you've got your alerts turned on and watch out for that one. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please do also like, share and comment. I'll put all of the details of today's crispy salt, pepper, chili, garlic prawns down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.